Hi, I'm State Representative Cyndy Jacobsen from the 25th District. The 25th on the north end has the city limit boundaries of Puyallup, and then it has a little swath of the Puyallup tribes area, so we love to work with our stakeholders there. We are home to the Washington State Fair, which we all still say it's the Puyallup Fair. So, and then in the north end also is a lot of car dealerships, stakeholders there. We go clear up to South Hill, and we have a swath of the Franklin Pierce School District. So we have Franklin Pierce High School, we have Puyallup, Rogers, and Emerald Ridge high schools in the district. And I think the 25th, they're very sensible, and they have a record of voting for the person over party, and they want you to represent them with some common sense, and I hope I can do that for my district. We have a lot of work to do this session. I am in general a person who likes to spend money wisely. I like to get into the weeds on the finance type issues and make sure that we're being good stewards of our taxpayer money. This session particularly, we definitely need to do something to correct the police pursuit laws. We can't have people just fleeing from the law and not stopping when the police pursue them. So we need to correct that. We have had problems with the Blake decision, which we needed to insert the word knowingly into the statute because our statutes were basically declared void by the court, and we need to make sure that our statutes keep up with that. Last year we did a fix where we moved a lot of the drug possession down to gross misdemeanors from felonies, and that's going to expire in 2023, so we really need to take a look at that. We need to give our law enforcement the tools they need to make sure that folks who are having drug problems, we have a path. If they are arrested, we can offer them diversion or rehab, but if it's not a felony anymore, then we might have a problem with that. So I would really like us to take a look at the Blake decision. I have a few bills, of course, that I really like. One of the ones that I really hope gets forward is capital funding for school safety grants. So get things in there like vestibules and fences and single points of entry to keep our kids as safe as possible. I have, of course, volunteered in my children's, I was volunteering in parents groups, and we had 7 kids that we raised in Puyallup, and I of course volunteered for that. I of course volunteered in my grandkids' schools. But I think what we have done in the over 30 years that my husband and I have lived in a small split-level house, we have never been alone in that house. We've, of course, had our kids. We have often had extra kids. We had my father-in-law who had Alzheimer's until his death. We had my father who had dementia, and we had him until his death. We had my mother-in-law for a year and a half. And she's in her last days of life, so that period for us taking care of our elders is ending. We now have my brother who has developmental disability, and he's in our house and he's welcome there. So I just hope that we can continue to just do the things that God puts in front of us and help the people that we can. And I think that's more of my volunteering. And I like this poem. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. And I hope that my family can embody that.